our usual what's spinning and news. I know Ken's got some exciting news, and it's been talked about before. Why don't you start, Ken?
Sure. So I know Billy and I were talking about it before we started recording, but yeah. So what it appears to be that Frankie Bello has said during NAMM this past weekend in California, he was speaking to American Musical Supply, and because he's launched his new signature bass for Spectre, and during the conversation, he said that the album is due out September October, and they have
Nice.
large touring plans to go along with that. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. There's no official announcement from the band on their website or anything like that or on Instagram. So I don't know, but I mean that's what he's saying. Hopefully that's true and it doesn't get pushed back again. So that's kind of like exciting news. We'll have to wait and see.
Is there an album title that it was ever announced?
No, they have not
Oh,
announced an album title yet either. So I'm wondering about that too.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I'm curious, but
Well, at least we have somewhat of a month, like a couple months date. That'll be good.
yeah. I mean, but I don't know if that means if they're delivering it to the record company on that
Oh,
date, or if it's actually coming out. He didn't specifically say. He said the album is due September, October.
hmm.
So, and I know on Blabbermouth they're saying it's being released September, October.
right.
So I guess some news outlets are pretty much saying it's coming out that time, but I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then my second news item, Billy kind of mentioned it. I was just going to mention the Merciful Fate because Becky Baldwin was on a recent interview with the Metal Boys, and she was kind of talking about how they're demoing the new material for Merciful Fate, but apparently King is in the middle of writing lyrics for both, like his band, like for King Diamond and for Merciful Fate. So they're kind of waiting on him to finish. So I don't know. Hopefully that's encouraging. Hopefully we may get one or either, or maybe we might not get nothing for 2025. Who knows?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I wish he would focus, get one done, then jump back
Yeah,
to
me
the other,
too.
right? He's delaying like both of them from being ready by doing them both. I
Yeah. And I know they've actually debuted one new song for Merciful Fate. The Jackal of Salzburg is actually
Yeah.
they played it live,
yeah, I heard
so
that.
that's
Yeah.
kind of cool. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So I guess we'll have to wait and see if you're a
But they're
fan of
saying
either.
that that song's going to sound different. That was
Oh
live, and
yeah,
they say they're retooling it. But yeah, that it's just like, man, you've released two King Diamond tracks on your last tour. Then you did the Merciful Fate one a year ago. Like, oh man, I figure Merciful Fate would have gone first,
yeah,
But anyways, this is the way he works. So
yeah,
I think
yeah.
he controls it, and it's all King. So hey,
He's the
Yeah,
boss.
without him, it doesn't go right.
that's right.
Mhm.
Perfectionist, but hey, hopefully what comes out is going to be like amazing. You know.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're going to be
Oh,
both
I
going to
think
be
so.
good albums. I don't doubt that at all.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
picking
the
up
That would
two
Becky
be,
King
Baldwin as a.
Diamond songs and the one Merciful Fate was pretty decent.
Oh
So,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll be great albums, but
yeah,
it's just whenever the guy gets around to writing all the lyrics, because he's pretty much the only guy writing the lyrics. It's not like he has help; he's doing it all himself.
yeah.
Mm.
So that's two albums worth to do. That's a lot of work.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I don't even know what his health is like these days. Is he like doing okay? Because he had that
Yeah,
what was it, the stroke he had a few years back, or was more than a few years ago? I think it was, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, it was a while ago. Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know how he's doing, but hopefully he's doing all right. Anyways, that's all I have for tonight, Billy.
Okay, cool. Jim, what do you got for us?
All I've got is what I'm spinning. I'm spinning a pretty lean week. Not much. I ordered some new. I got some stuff on pre-order and some weird stuff on pre-order that's been released late last year that's still not available to buy yet. But anyways, I picked this up. Speaking of creator, our
Oh,
last
nice. Yeah, I
podcast.
saw that you posted that. Nice.
Yeah, my remastered Hordes of Chaos. I never had the original, so I did. I don't know. It was hard to get, and I can't remember even if it was available where I am to get. So it was really nice. They remastered it. It's got a really cool. I mean, I'm sure the album. Billy, do you have the album of this remaster? Or?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean the liner notes in the CD are really cool. It tells the whole story of recording, lots of photos, and it's a really worth it. I mean, the sound wise, I sounds really good. So I mean,
Cool.
one of my favorite Creator CDs, especially probably even so more so my favorite Creator CD of the newer stuff from maybe
Oh yeah,
you know
really? You think so? Yeah.
2010 and
Okay.
up. Yeah, I really like it. It's a wicked CD.
I'm Enemy of God. That's the one.
Enemy of God's great too,
That's my
but
favorite
yeah,
one of
Yeah.
the modern stuff.
yeah. So, but a really good one, and I've got some new stuff coming. Hopefully, I'll have it for our next show. But just some. I tell you one thing though, I've been on a really big harlot kick from
Cool.
What?
down under. Oh yeah,
Who, Jim?
harlot.
Oh, Harley. Yeah. Okay.
Oh man, I ordered all their albums. Well, there's only three, and oh man, I've just been playing it nonstop. I think it was from our podcast there, Exumer podcast. So I kind of went backwards and started digging, and man, they were on my list, I believe, and holy cow, they just rock. I mean, they sound like what I figured they sound like a mix of all four of the big four, kind of thrown in a blender to some degree. There's some songs that sound Slayer, Anthraxy, guitar riffs that sound kind of like Megadeth, and some music that sounds like old school when Metallica was good.
Yeah.
Metallica,
Yeah,
so
we've got a lot of exodus from those guys
and
too.
yeah, there's Exodus
Yeah.
in there too. I find a lot of Slayer, especially on their first album. So,
Yeah.
but
I get the
yeah, I got
Exodus
those
vibes for
coming.
sure.
Yeah, exciting. I love it. When I pick up, I just started spinning it digitally. I going through my list that I made. And I knew of one album, but I didn't know the other two. And I'm hoping they come out. I think their latest album was 2020 or 2019. So I'm hoping maybe they've got a new one in the works because that would be wicked. I mean, such a good thrash band. I mean, old school, just straight up perfect thrash. I love it. So can't wait to get that.
Do we
That's all
even
I
know
got,
if they're
Billy.
still together?
It says, well, according to online and like the metal websites, it says that they are.
Okay.
But I don't think they've toured in a while, and it's kind of hard, I guess, to
Yeah.
some degree. But there's no sign of any word on an album or anything. But it's been a while,
Like
so
Encyclopedia Metallum, they're usually up to date with that.
yeah, they've got
It's,
them down as active.
yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, so I'm hoping. But like when I go, I wanted to share a lot of some of the videos from YouTube, but they're all either old or not very well, like they're not very well produced or done. So there's not very much there. Like I think it was, but it was just kind of sucky because they've got. I mean, that whole first album is phenomenal. So yeah,
Cool.
Nice.
hopefully they show up at Wacken or something. Like that would be cool. Like
Yeah,
one of
I've
those
never,
left.
I've never, I don't even think I ever saw them listed for
Yeah.
any of the big festivals, but
No,
maybe
no, it would be
sometime.
nice for them to get into Europe and do like Wacken and maybe a small tour around. That would be cool.
Yeah,
Like
that would make
Hyrax did.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm,
So
cool.
that's what I got, Billy.
Okay. All right. So in terms of news, I guess I have another similar to Ken, a band, a new album update. Not exactly thrash, but death metal legends, Atheist.
Ooh.
This is a new album I've been waiting for years. Like I saw them a year ago on tour. It sounded like the album, according to Kelly, when he was on stage, it sounded done. I saw them 2 years ago, and it sounded like it was coming out anytime. But he just gave an interview and he said, "Yeah, we got 6 songs done." Uh,
Oh, cool.
so
Nice.
I mean, I guess it's good they got 6 songs done, but they've been talking about this new album for years. So I don't know 6 of how many. So no date, no nothing. But the last album was like 2010 or 11 or something. It's a
Yeah,
long.
it's
Wow.
been quite a while.
That would have been like Jupiter, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Jupiter. Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I've seen them live a few times. They are amazing. Like speaking of like a legend surrounding himself by young guys, right? That band is on fire. Like they're all
Yeah.
young, like musicians, but they can play that technical style. But like on
Mhm.
stage, like they are everywhere, right? Like they're so cool to see. So I don't know. So good news, I guess, for any atheist fans
Oh yeah, that's
out
great
there.
news.
But no date, no album title. So I don't know. We'll see. And then just quickly, what's spinning? I've been kind of going back to my top 10 album list of last year. So bringing out two at a time. So I've been spinning
Oh,
uh,
nice.
the
Yeah, that's
new
nice. I
the
love that
last
cover.
Laceration album. So I erode, so just great death thrash.
Mhm.
Um, and then the other, which I love, right? Like so Crypt Sermon.
Oh, nice.
Vestige in Rose, right? This is like, I mean, it's doom metal, but it's like doom metal with lots of traditional metal mixed in. So it's not like, slow and long. Like it has a lot of different pacing changes. So
I gotta
that,
check that out.
yeah, it's really good. Like a very popular band too. They're really growing in popularity.
Hmm.
But yeah, I've been playing those two the whole last week. So
Nice.
that's cool. So that's it on my end in terms of news and what's spinning.